Hi, how you doing? No, really, how are you doing? This past year has been extremely difficult with the challenges of the pandemic. We've kind of been locked at home, having to work from home. We're having to teach our kids from home. We've not been able to get out and see our family and friends as much as we'd like to. Just been a really tough year. One thing we have been able to do is get out and exercise. A lot of people have been out running, riding. I'm fortunate enough to live in San Luis Obispo, California. Got a nice Mediterranean, moderate climate. Got the Pacific Ocean here. And where we are on the coast, we get year round, there's waves to ride. And I've been surfing for 3 years. And this past year has really been a godsend for me. I've been able to get out on the ocean and get away from the stress of what happens on land. It's a peaceful experience for me. I kind of find serenity. So I'd like to share with you what surfing means to me and how much it has helped me this past year. There it goes. See the grin from the previous clip? This image here is the joy from the last ride of the day. This was a really fun session, and this expression is sincerely from the soul of the surfer. And why is there such joy? For me, a surf session is a physically demanding mindfulness activity consisting of the paddle out, rest and observation, catching a wave, riding that wave. So as we go through the phases, just imagine what I'm thinking or not thinking of in each moment. So the paddle out is probably one of the hardest things of surfing. Where I live, it's a beach break, so if you want to go out and ride the good waves, you have to paddle through the waves and through the impact zone to get to the good waves. And I think of the paddle out in two different ways. I've embraced the paddle, and it's like Jamal Yogi's, what he wrote in Saltwater, Surfer's Quest to Find Zen on the Sea. Paraphrasing what he says, the really good stuff in life, like weddings and chocolate and intimacy, that feels just a minute part of an adult life. That's what riding the waves are. The rest of life is paddling. It's like paying the bills, buying the groceries, cleaning the house, flossing, doing all the little things you got to do today just to get through each day. The other way that I perceive the paddle out is, and as you can see in the pictures on the top, is when a wave is crashing and you are in that impact zone. There's a wall of water and it's hitting you, but I feel like it's kind of cleansing the soul. It's cleaning off a lot of the stress off, the weight off of my shoulders. And when we talk about mindfulness, as I'm paddling through these waves, what do you think is going through my mind? Just get through this wave so I can paddle and get over the next wave before it crashes on me. So the paddle, hardest part of surfing. So I've made it through the waves. Now I'm breathing kind of hard. Um, it has been a hard paddle. I'm breathing kind of hard. My heart rate's up. Um, so I'm just going to sit here. I get on the board and I rest. And I think you can read the rest that comes up from the slide. This is a peaceful time. Um, and again, you just watch for the waves, observe, and see what destiny is coming your way. So my breathing has back to normal. My heart rate has come back down. I'm ready to catch a wave. So I've selected a wave. I've paddled to the right spot. Paddle, paddle, paddle. got enough board speed, pop up and stand up on your feet. And again, in this instant, it's just a few seconds, but what is going through my mind? I'm definitely not thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch today. No, and I think a good expression on that face and the picture on the left on the pop-up is I'm looking where I'm going to go, and just the focus and concentration you have to have. You have to be aware of where the wave is, which way your board is going, where you want to ride the wave. So that's all this awareness, which is this is the moment. It's what it is. Be in the moment. And this is what all that hard work is for. Is you've paddled out, picked a good wave, you've caught the wave, and now it's time to ride the wave. And there's nothing like hearing the ocean behind you, hearing your board skim across the water, feeling the air, smelling the salt, and seeing a clean face of a wave that's just right in front of you, just unfolding, and has what else is there to do but to enjoy the ride? Enjoy.
So that's what surfing is for me. It's a physical activity, a mindfulness activity. As I paddle out, I go through the waves, I get out, and I'm looking for the waves that I'm going to ride as I scan the horizon, checking the waves I'm going to ride when they do come in, or paddling into a wave, catching the wave, and just riding. In each of those moments, I'm in the now. I'm not thinking about other things. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch, or I'm not thinking about that project that I have to do at the end of the month. I'm just thinking of ride the wave. And after being out in the water for about an hour to an hour and a half a session, the endorphins kick in. And as I come into shore, I have that surfer stoke. And I can reflect on what I've done through that session. And it's very relaxing and very calming. After a surf session, I'm very humbled, and I'm filled with gratitude because the ocean has been kind enough to let me ride her waves. So it is my serenity. If you are inspired by this and you do want to take up surfing, call your local surf shop or find a place that has surfing lessons. Take some surfing lessons. You can find a place to rent surf gear. If you're still encouraged by that, and you want to buy your own gear and start surfing, that is fantastic. But if surfing is not your thing, I encourage you to find a physical activity that it's exercise. It's good for your physical health. It's also will be good for your mental health. Whether it's running or bicycling or hiking or walking or canoeing or paddleboard, Pilates, yoga, any of these activities are great. Again, it's good physically and mentally because you have to take care of the whole you. So my wish really is for you to find your path to serenity in the same way that I have found my path by surfing to serenity. Thank you. Good day.